Welcome to episode 41. I am Danielle Amos, and this is the Prosperity Practice, the podcast that helps you live your most abundant life. Today, I want to take us in a little bit of a different route. Today is all about vision, a little bit about goals, and really creating and getting clear on what you want. And it will feel a little bit different than maybe a normal podcast. And I love for you to stick with me because I know what I'm about to take you through the following exercises. I know it will make a difference for you. So I want to ask you to really pay attention to what I'm saying and relax if you can. If you can be somewhere where you can relax and really open up your mind, meaning not to question anything that I'm saying, to really allow what I'm saying to go right into your subconscious mind. The faster that you accept the ideas that I share as truth, the faster your life will change, because what I speak of is about the universal laws. It's about universal truth. I didn't make this up. These are the universal laws, and the reason why it feels good to hear this is because it resonates with who you truly are, your inner being. And we always know the truth when we hear it. And so today I will share some ideas, some concepts about you and how you can be, do, and have anything you want. And then I'll ask some questions for you to think about while you're sitting here with me, and maybe perhaps ponder afterwards and journal and write about. And by the time we are finished this podcast, I know that I've made a difference for you. And I'll have a special invite for you to join, if it resonates, if it feels good, to join a very special class that I'm having next week. It's something I've never done before, all on how to step into who you are once you've achieved the goal. And I've shared this before, and you've heard me say self-image, and I've shared how this one concept on self-image changed everything for me. It was the biggest lesson for me, was understanding that the idea or concept I had about myself, how I felt about myself, truly, honestly, in my subconscious mind, was what was holding me back, that I would never outperform that image I had in my subconscious mind. And so I needed to change it. So what I've done is I've created a mini class that's absolutely free for you, and I'll put the link to register in the show notes. I'm going to take you through a full week of what I did with a workbook so that you can follow along. And by the time you're finished, you have all the tools to step into her and to be her in your everyday life, in all areas of your life. And I've never done this before. I've never broken it down like this before. So I'm so excited to share it with you. So today, I want you to really stay with me, open up your mind, relax. The more relaxed you are, the better. Allow what I'm having to say to you, the suggestions I'm giving you, to go right into your subconscious mind, accepting the ideas as your truth. And the more and more you relax, the easier and easier it is to accept what I have to say. And with each word that you listen to, you accept it more and more. And at the end of this podcast, you're feeling so good, so happy, so relieved. At the end of this podcast, you know that you have all the tools within to create a life that you love. So there's some truths that I want to share with you. And the first one is that as a human being, you have infinite potential. Like, truly, no kidding, infinite potential. Because you're an extension of infinite intelligence, You are a soul. You don't have a soul. You are a soul. And that soul has energy, or is energy, that's connected to the infinite source. We are one with that source power, infinite intelligence, God, the universe. And as a human being, you were given mental faculties. And those mental faculties in your mind, that you were given a marvelous mind with an imagination where you can literally create a vision of anything you want to be, do, or have. And because of that truth, you have the capacity to create your own universe, to create your own experience. And I know that that's a really big idea. And I know also that you can accept it because you've seen examples of manifestation in your own life. Whether it's a parking spot or $10 or 10,000. And so today, the first step is to really get in harmony and listen to that inner being so that you can discover your desires and your wants. And it comes from within. So it comes from spirit, these desires, because the desires, by going after the desire, essentially your goal, that is what causes the growth. Because a goal or desire is something that you have never done before, and so you have no idea how to do it. And so by figuring out how to do it, there'll be obstacles and opportunities and things that you'll need to deal with and figure out, which will cause growth. And it's through the growth that you achieve the goal. But it's also, the whole purpose of the goal is to have you grow, because that's why you're here in this physical form, is to grow your spirit and to grow in your awareness. And not only to grow, but to experience the contrast of the physical world that we live in. And what I mean by the contrast is like the hot versus the cold, the abundance versus lack, the good versus bad. I mean, the truth is that there's no such thing as right and wrong. Only our mind makes it so. And it's through the experience, like our perception, that makes it so. And that's the experience that we're after. We're after the contrast and the experience so that we can go towards more of what we do like. Like, when we experience something that we don't like, or we hear something that on the news, for example, that we don't like the sounds of, it brings us clarity towards more of what we do want. So the contrast is really good. It's really important. So listening to what you do desire, like what is it that you really, really, really want? Really, really want? In a universe where everything and anything is possible, what is it? And one of the reasons I'm doing this podcast today is because of a question that came up in our client community around goals. And many of you are entrepreneurs. You may be in insurance or real estate, or other coaches. I've got lots of coaches on here that listen. You may be in network marketing. And it doesn't matter what kind of company or opportunity you are involved with. Most of those opportunities have recognition attached to them, like an award or a level that you promote to, or some sort of recognition. And yesterday I was talking about the importance of having a money goal versus attaching yourself to the promotion or the level in the business. And this is why, and this is a new awareness for me, based on my coaching hundreds of people from all over the world, from all different companies. I've noticed one thing. When a person attaches themselves to a promotion level in a company or receiving an award, their energy is a certain way, and it's fine. It's not good or bad. It's just like, it made me question whether or not that goal was coming from them or if it was coming from the company, because the company is what has said that's what deems success. And so then when I asked people about the money that level represented, and they got emotionally involved with the money goal, and they started thinking about what an amount of money that they want to live the life they would love to live. And they really started to think about the impact that they would be making, the lifestyle and what that would mean for their family, and all the cool trips that they would go on, and how that would feel. That their energy shifted. I could feel that they were more aligned with that than the idea of a promotion at the company. And so I started to think, well, it's fine to recognize that the promotion will come, and that's one thing that you're going to find, and it's good to have it on like a card somewhere, but it's like not the goal. The goal and the why behind the money is like your leverage, and it's like how you're going to become emotionally involved with it. So I recommended yesterday that everyone create their money goal and get really emotionally involved with the lifestyle it's going to give, and really decide first how you want to live. Like, do you want to live where you are able to spend the summers in one house and the winters in another, and vacation 4 times a year, or travel front of the plane? Like, what is it that you want? What is it that really gets you excited? Some people, that excitement might be, going skiing every weekend. And for someone else, it might mean attending the opera in the best seats possible once a week. It has to come from within you. It has to be what you want, like what you really want, not what a company tells you you should want. And this is what I also know to be true, is that as human beings, we weren't put on the planet, like our purpose wasn't to represent a company. And so our purpose is something individual to us, right? So really think about that. Like, so that's why I know that the money part, the lifestyle part, like what the money represents, and like all the things you can do with it, that's what I really want you to get attached to. The title is it comes. It's more like a self-image thing. So this is what I'm going to be talking next week all about, and having you step into the image of that with the goal achieved. And it is part of it, don't get me wrong. And I want you to really get clear on the money and the lifestyle and what that feels and looks like, and all the great things that you can do with the money. Okay. And then we're going to move into who you are when you've achieved the goal and how that feels. And that's all part of the program next week, Prosperous You. That's absolutely free. So join, but it's for a limited time. So you want to join right away and get into our free Facebook community so you can see and get all the updates and make sure that you get all the materials that go around with this. It's really exciting, you know, this awareness, and this is what I bring to you as I study, as I work with my clients. I am becoming more and more aware. I'm becoming more and more aware on how the laws work, and I'm experiencing my clients manifest and literally draw in these results and create these quantum leaps for themselves. And I'm recognizing how they're focusing on their goal and how they are applying what I teach. And so that awareness it comes through applying it and through myself as a coach. So I guess I want you to recognize that this is a new awareness. This is very important, and it's brand new. And so I want you to apply it for your own goal in your own life. And I was saying to the clients, it's not like anyone's been doing anything wrong by making a title their goal. It's just I've noticed that it's way more effective when we can get behind, like the money behind it, the income behind it, what it looks like when you've achieved it. Like, what is that lifestyle? What does that mean for your family, for your kids? Like, really get into the fine details of it all. And when you can come from that place, you've then brought emotion to it. And this is what I know to be true, is that spirit gives you your desire. Spirit gives you your desire. And your spirit is an extension of infinite intelligence. It's timeless. Like, it's not created or destroyed. So it's not created or destroyed. And it gives you your goal through the desire, and you listen to that desire, what it is that you really, really want. And then you use your conscious thinking muscles, your mental muscles, to really imagine and perceive and intuitively think about the goal, and you really roll it around in your mind and you become obsessed about it. And that's through the conscious mind. And then you get emotionally involved with the goal and you bring it back down into your subconscious mind. And then by doing that, you hand it over back to infinite intelligence and spirit, and it moves into form. It moves from thought energy into its physical form. And that's the manifestation process. And it's a wonderful thing. It's beautiful. You let it happen. You let the resources come to you. And this is really what we teach. Is how to let it all happen. And you let it. You direct the energy. You direct spirit. It's your mind that is a center of divine operation. You direct the energy. And this is, your mind is always for growth, right? So spirit's always for growth. Universal intelligence, infinite intelligence, God, the universe is always growing. And that's why you always want more and more. So allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to want. It's a natural desire. Think about all the areas in your life as well, like your health, your fitness, your income, your finances, your business, how you're servicing your clients, your family, and all the experiences for your family, your friends, your relationships. Think about all the things you want in those areas, what you want to be, do, and have. Such a beautiful idea that you can be, do, and have anything. And when you know, and how do you know? Well, you know through study, you know through application. But when you know that it has to move into form, what is it? It is your goal. When you know that the idea that you hold in your mind, your goal, has to move into physical form, you can let go of the worry. Like, I now know that it is manifesting. I don't question where the resources come from. I just know and trust they come. They get attracted to me. And as I flip my energy to the goal achieved, that, and I hold it in the space, they all come to me. Everything I need to achieve that goal comes to me by law. I know it. I don't question. I don't spend any time worrying. I don't spend any time fretting. And that's what I want for you. And I know I can get you there. I know I can get you to where I am now in my awareness, because I came from where you are. So I know the steps. Isn't this exciting? Isn't this exciting? Does it feel like you've found a golden ticket? I was asked about luck yesterday in our Q&A, and I said, is luck. Luck is a word that's used to describe coincidences, or when a person has manifested or attracted the results that they want, and an average person just doesn't know about the laws. They don't understand that it's been attracted just like by law, that the word luck was created to explain those coincidences, or those really quantum leaps that people in this work, either consciously or unconsciously, attract to them. And it can be unconscious, right? So when someone wins the lottery, that they're considered lucky, but they've just attracted that to them. But then what happens is they haven't moved the needle on the self-image, which is, again, prosperous you. So then they end up losing all that money because they're not a vibrational match for it. And so if you've heard the stats with the lottery, someone that wins a lottery, they, when they go back within 5 years, they've lost it all. They're in the same place or worse before, compared to when they won the lottery. But they had to attract that opportunity to them in the first place, but then they just can't keep it because they haven't created a paradigm shift in their mind. And it's also used for when someone has attracted a unique opportunity or whatever. But the reason is the true reason is there's no such thing as luck, and it's just all through the law of attraction and the law of vibration. And it's because others don't understand, so they use that word to explain what's happened. But here you are in a different place, because that's why you're listening to this podcast, so that you can understand. Does that resonate? So continue in your studies. And if you have questions about this, ask them. Send me a message through Instagram. Join us at the Prosperous You. We have a team of success ambassadors that are online, that are ready to answer all the questions. I'm there too, to help you really get this, to really step into who you are when that goal is achieved, and be her. Like, it just becomes part of your habitual way of being. So I'm just so grateful that you're listening. Thank you. If you have any questions or want more info, like I said, reach out at _ Danielle _ Amos _. And if this resonates, please, please, please share the link for Prosperous You to the people you know. Help me get this out there to other people. I know it will help. I know it because I did these exact steps, and I want this for you. I know you can do it if you apply what I say. I know you can have, be, and do anything you want. And so share it. And I thank you so much in advance for sharing it with other people and helping me achieve my C-type goal, which is to really have the world that we live in understand that we all have infinite potential. and we can all live a life that we love and be doing what we love, and it all works. So expect abundance, live your best day today, go out and really, really come from that end goal achieved, and bless everyone that you meet. Expect abundance.